Hi everybody, welcome to my 1950s kitchen. I am going to be making one of my very, very favorite things, and it's new right now when you're seeing this, to Epicure. Maybe it won't be new by the time you see this, but it is now. And it's called the Cheddar and Jalapeno Cornbread, and that is one of my very favorite things in the whole wide world. I love me some cornbread. So, we're going to take 3/4 of a cup of milk. I put a little bit too much in here, so I'm not going to quite empty my cup here. And we're going to put in some 1/4 of a cup of butter, cubed. I've got mine in here kind of tight. So, I'm just going to help myself get it out of here. And then we're going to put this into the microwave, and I'm using our microwave or oven safe steamer, and we're going to pop this into the microwave for 1 minute on high. So let's do that. Then next we're going to have our 2 eggs, which I have ready in this bowl, and we're going to whisk those in. And you know what else we're going to do today? We're going to pull a kitchen card. So let's just wait until we get to a point where I can do that for you guys. So I love cornbread, and I have tried all kinds of cornbread. Vegan cornbread, and I've tried homemade cornbread. One of my very, very favorites is Nadia Hussein's recipe, so thank you, Nadia. I love it so much. It's my #1 favorite so far, but it's a process. And this is kind of maybe you're needing to get something done really quick, or you're just having a cornbread craving and you don't want to go through the whole thing right from scratch. This is going to be a great option. So now we're going to pull this out. And you can see my butter is still a little bit chunky, and we're going to whisk to melt it. So we don't want this to be too hot because we're going to put our eggs in, and we don't want to scramble our eggs. So we want to whisk, whisk, whisk until our butter is melted. It's almost melted. Oh, I got 1 or 2 little pieces here left, so let's just keep going. You want to take your time to make sure that that butter is fully melted before you add in your eggs. Whisk in 2 eggs until foamy. So that is what we are going to do. Okay, all my butter is melted. And I'm going to whisk in my 2 eggs. I'm going to do it this way. Break them up a bit. Here we go. You see what I'm doing? Okay. We want this to be foamy. And then we're going to add the mix and whisk vigorously so that there's no lumps remaining. That looks a little bit foamy. So we're going to add in our mix until there's no lumps. I love our piano wire whisk. It's just fantastic. Okay, so you can see. And then it says we're going to stir in 1/2 cup of grated cheddar cheese, which I have here. It's packed in here good. So I want to make sure I get all this cheese out. And we don't need to whisk this. We're just going to stir it in, break it up, and stir it in. It was kind of lumpy together, so I'm just breaking it up a bit. Okay. So this is the large steamer. We also now have a round steamer, which would be really, really great for this. Very attractive. Oh, I just want to make sure I get as much of that off there, because like I said, love me some cornbread. Don't want to waste any. And then pour into a well-oiled Epicure round pan. Honestly, guys, all the packages say that you need to oil these. You do not. I've never had anything stick. Hopefully today won't be the first day. But if you do use any kind of oil on your silicone steamers, do not use a spray oil. You want to use butter or margarine or something like that, where you can get special sprays that are for silicone, okay? Because this other silicones or the other spray oils will destroy your silicone, so don't use those. And then you're going to cover and cook for 9 minutes on high. That is what we're about to do. I don't know where I put my cover. Did I put it back? I did. Okie dokie. So we're going to cover. We're going to put it in the microwave on high for 9 minutes. It started, and I am going to go and grab the cards, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So, oops, I got something turned over here. So now we are going to pull a collective card. We would like to know what our kitchen deck has to share with us today. What do we need to see? What do we need to know about? What do we need? And if you're watching this video, of course, I'm not live, so I can't draw a card for you today, but I'll do a collective card, so whenever you see this, the message is meant to be sent to you. So here we go. What card do we want to see today? Here we go. Making sure I have a nice clean counter space here. I'm going to just draw the card. Ooh. I don't feel like that's the right card. Just a minute. Close to the top of the deck today. This is it. This is the card. Our card today is basil. I love basil. And wouldn't some basil butter be amazing with your cornbread? It would be very good. So this is a great card for us, and it's called Reconciliation. There is our card, Basil Reconciliation. Let's take a look. We grow basil every year in our garden. It's one of our family favorites. So let's see what the book says. Basil. You've been rather solitary lately. Who hasn't? It's pandemic time. Good card. And a little company would lift your spirits right now. An old friend has been waiting to hear from you, and you too would benefit from another's inspiration and like-mindedness. Don't be surprised if someone from your very distant past turns up. For distant memories of old are relived when this card is presented. A family reunion, a celebration, or gathering is imminent and marks a period of new understanding and peace. A reconciliation of differences brings an end to hostilities, which will relieve you of your defenses. Meanwhile, let me calm your nerves and reduce any stress that confrontation brings with my powerful medicinal properties. Use me in your spell work for peacemaking and the restoration sorry guys, the restoration of harmony as you reconcile with the witch within. I love it. This is a great card. Now, as far as family reunions go, many of us probably have not seen our families in a really long time. So that might even just be your mom, because I haven't even seen my mom in over a year. So who knows who might be popping up, but maybe it means that eventually and soon rather than later we're going to end up having these restrictions lifted and we will be able to once again see each other. Wouldn't that be nice? So if you are watching this, it's May the 2nd of 2021, and we are in the middle of a lockdown in Ontario for our pandemic. So depending on when you get to watch this, you might be thinking, what's she talking about? But that is when we're doing this. If you like visiting me in my 1950s kitchen, please follow Epicure's Vintage Wife Happy Life and click that button below, the little bell, and click the shaky one so that you'll get all my notifications when I post a new video. I am going to have the link below eventually on where you can purchase this wonderful cheddar and jalapeno cornbread. It's brand new. It's not even released yet when I'm doing this video. This is a consultant's early arrival, so I had to look at the name again. But I think it's going to be really delicious. It's smelling really good already. We have 3 minutes left and we are going to almost have a cornbread that's completely ready and yummy, I hope. So it says, I'm going to get this pan out, and it states that after we cook on 9 minutes for high, we're going to rest for 5 minutes, uncover, and invert onto the wire rack. So instead of me having you waiting for 5 minutes, by the magic of filmmaking, I'm going to push pause and then I'll be back as soon as it's done. Be right back. Okay, so in the amount of time that was turned off, that was just finishing what was going on in the microwave. It was about 3.5 minutes. I got the entire kitchen cleaned up, did all my dishes, what was the little bit that we used. And now I'm going to very carefully bring my steamer out and place it on this rack. I'm going to just bring this over here so you can see it a bit better. And then we're going to wait for 5 minutes, and I'm going to set a timer for that amount of time. Right here, I'm going to use my little one. Sometimes I use my Alexa, but I'm going to use my little timer. So I'm going to set this right here, and as soon as that goes, I'll be back, and then we'll open up the steamer. I'm not going to open anything. I'm not going to touch anything until the timer goes off. So again, by the magic of filmmaking, I'll be right back. Okay, my timer just went. You can still hear it sticking. It literally just went off. So let's open this up. Ooh, look at the lights I see. Look at that. And you see how it's already pulled away from the sides, you see? So there's no need to do any kind of oil in there at all. I think they just wrote that on there as precautionary. So we're going to wait. We're going to flip it over and we're going to wait for the kaplump, as Nadia says. And hopefully this is going to go well. I hope it doesn't rip on the bottom. Here we go. Ready? Kaplump. Oh, I heard it slide down. I heard it. I heard it slide down. So here we go. Is it? Oh, it's perfect. Look at it's easy, easy cleanup. There's nothing on this pan. It's going to take me seconds to clean it up. And look at, looks so good. Now this is a little bit thin because that's our bigger pan, but I like that because it gives me some smaller, I can do some smaller pieces. A little bit better for the waistline, because I would eat this whole thing because I love me some cornbread. Did I say that? Okay, I am going to let this, it's nice and soft. Can you see? It's very soft and feels like, let's see if I can show you. It's really like soft and pliable. It feels really, really good. So I'm going to let it cool, and then I will come back and I will cut a piece and we'll take a look at the inside. So again, magic. Be right back. Okay, I think this is going to be cool enough. It's still a little bit warm, which is kind of nice. I am going to try flipping this over just because the top looks nicer than the bottom, and I'm going to just eyeball a piece, a little piece here. And I'll take out a piece so we can see. It looks just like the picture. It has, you can see the little green pieces of jalapeno, you can see the cheese in there, and it's got a lovely texture, I can tell already. So I'm going to try it first without anything on it, and then with a little bit of butter. It's very flaky. It's very good. Multi-layered. Has a little bit of sweetness, which I like. Little tiny bit of, just right here at the back of your throat, little zing from those jalapenos. It's really, really nice. So now, I usually have mine with a little bit of butter. So let's just see how it is with that. Yep. I think that's a winner. Here it is. I think this might be one of our new bestsellers. It's going to be released on May the 4th, 2021. And I'm hoping it becomes a regular, because this is delightful. Still like my Nadia Hussein one. It's very, very good. If you haven't tried her stuff, her recipes are awesome. But this is really lovely. Got a little bit of zing, a little bit of sweetness, really nice texture, and it took me no time at all. So, again, guys, I'm so glad we had this time together. Thank you for joining me in my 1950s kitchen with my Downton Abbey t-shirt or apron on. My Downton Abbey apron is on because I'm so excited that this year, in December, close to Christmas, they are releasing the second movie. Yay! Okay, I'll see you later, guys, and thank you again for joining me in my kitchen. I hope you enjoyed this cornbread recipe. Bye!